So it's been 24 hours since that humiliation at Anfield, and the pain still remains and the wound is still wide open. But we need to move on, and we have to move on because Real Betis is coming up very, very soon. And it is an opponent that you don't want to take it lightly. Real Betis, who have lost 5 out of their last 10 matches, but they are unbeaten in their last 4. They have just drawn versus Real Madrid goalless in their last match. Yes, the same Real Madrid who slapped up Liverpool 5-2 at Anfield. So it's not going to be an easy game at all. Betis is managed by Mauricio Pellegrini, the former Manchester City manager, and their defensive record is also pretty decent. We need to make some changes in this team to get a result versus Real Betis. It's not just about getting a result versus Real Betis, it's about putting a statement now. So let's just look at the top 3 changes Manchester United have to make versus Real Betis. Number 3, Bruno Fernandes has to be dropped. Yes, probably the biggest change we have to make in this match. Bruno Fernandes needs to be dropped in this game, 100%. The attitude of Bruno Fernandes in the second half versus Liverpool was disgraceful. He needs to be stripped of the captaincy. I don't want too harsh on Bruno Fernandes, but that performance against Liverpool was just not acceptable. He was the leader on that pitch. He had the captain's armband, but the way he behaved was unacceptable, will not be accepted at all. I don't think Ten Hag is going to accept that, and he will be dropped. Not just for this game, I think he will be dropped for some time now. The unprofessionalism Bruno Fernandes showed in the second half was just unspeakable and unthinkable coming from a captain of Manchester United. But we need to put out the statement that Bruno Fernandes can also be dropped in this team. No matter how good Bruno is or no matter how important Bruno is, if you put on a behavior like that against your biggest rival, you will be dropped. Number 2, Anthony needs to be dropped as well. Alongside with Bruno Fernandes, Anthony was another player who had a nightmare of a performance against Liverpool. Andrew Robertson completely ate him up. The fact that he didn't even bother tracking back in the whole game. Bruno didn't track back, but also Anthony on the other flank did not track back as well. I think Andrew Robertson had a fun night. He was like living his life on that left back area. Diogo Dalot was getting double teamed. The first goal we conceded, Anthony did not track back in that goal. Everybody is blaming Dalot for that goal, but point out Anthony. Even when Anthony went forward, his crosses were awful. The guy has no right foot, always comes to his left, so much predictable. If you are a one-trick pony like that, you will never be a 85 million pound player that we paid you to be. I would rather see Facundo Pellistri given an opportunity now. The kid has been working so hard. Whenever he has came on for United, has done a very good job. Number 1, Marcus Rashford needs to play on his best position, and that is on the left wing. If you want to play Wout Weghorst, put him as a number 9. He has come into this team as a number 9. Put him as a number 9. Don't put Weghorst as a number 10 and put Bruno on the wings again. I know Bruno Fernandes needs to be dropped, but don't put Bruno Fernandes on the wings even when he comes back or even when he gets another opportunity. I don't know, but don't put Bruno on the wings. Don't put Weghorst on the 10. That experiment is gone. That experiment does not going to work against big teams, so there's no point playing that. Marcus Rashford needs to play on his best position, and that is on the left wing. That is where Marcus Rashford is at his best. That is where Marcus Rashford takes players on. Marcus Rashford is not a striker. Marcus Rashford is not a right winger. He is at his best when he plays on the left wing. And we have to put Marcus Rashford against Real Betis on his best position. We have played Real Betis before on a pre-season friendly after the World Cup, and we lost that match 1-0. But that 1-0 was against the Man United Academy. Most of the players were young kids who played against Real Betis at that time. So it will be a different team that goes against Betis, but it won't be an easy match at all. Don't take Betis lightly. We have already had our humbling of the season. We don't want to get another bad result and ruin a season that was going to be successful. So do smash a like on the video if you agree with me on these changes that we need to make. And also subscribe to my channel if you're a die-hard Man United fan like me.